We live. I'm not doing no push-ups though. We live. See anybody chime in? I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna keep talking. I'm gonna keep talking. I have no purpose for this live really. There was some things on my mind, but I just wanted to go live to see and test it. See what you know. Anybody out there? Anybody out there? Willing to hear what I gotta say. All right. This channel is called Progressive Grow, but don't take it light though. Don't take it light. Don't think this is some nice easy, all the words that you want to hear. This is not that. This is not for the lighthearted. This is not for the faint-hearted, as they say. I want to make sure you know that. Yeah, pimple right there. That's what happens, man. See, that's what happens when you go. Damn, I've just been getting pimples everywhere. That's crazy. That sucks seeing that live. But hey, we gotta keep it real though. Gotta keep it real, man. I look decent. I could be better. I could be better though. But we here though, live and in session. I'm on my lunch break really, and I just thought I should just get live, man. Some things on my mind as far as health, wealth, and relationships. Shout out to Marquette Devon Burton for giving those three staples of life right there. And and I want to hit on relationships, right? Especially romantic relationships. It could be even casual relationships with, women in general. This pimple is getting bigger every time I speak. That is crazy. That pimple is getting bigger every time I speak. I don't like that. I don't even like that. That pimple is crazy right there. The fact that it's right over here is even wilder. I don't even like that spot. But that's what happens when you play outside and you sweat and you fall asleep when you get back home. Always jump in the shower because damn, it feels like if I don't jump in the shower, I get a new pimple like the next morning. But this should be gone away like in by the end of this week. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. But yeah, getting back on topic though. Okay, we got two people in the chat. I have the same. You have the same pimple? I hope not. Okay, we got 12 people in the chat. Okay. Okay. I like that. I like that. It is from the sweat. It is from the sweat. Guaranteed it is from the sweat. What happens is sometimes I come back from outside or in the gym and, I'm chilling, I'm laid up, I'm talking with the lady. Next thing you know, hang up. I fall asleep because I'm tired. Next thing you know, you end up waking up with a pimple that you didn't have the day before. How's it going? OBS. So head slasher, OBS, forever, space. What's cracking? What's cracking? Um, Without further ado, I know this is my first time going live. I was supposed to do 100 push-ups live. That will come. That will come. But at the end of the day, basically, I had some things that I had on my mind that I wanted to share. Anybody that's willing to hear, please let me know. Um, I'm all about health, wealth, and relationships, and I want to talk about relationships, right? Dealing with, for the men, dealing with women. For the women, please don't get offended. This is just for me, more like venting, right? Because the biggest thing for me is respect, right? A woman can love you, your mother can love you, your sister can love you, your girlfriend can love you, your wife can love you, your daughter can love you. All that is well and great. And it's a powerful thing when a woman does love you, right? But it doesn't mean anything if she does not respect you. And what I mean by respect you as an individual, not just the man, right? Because She can go do that with any man, but you as an individual man is unique, right? So therefore, she must be willing to. She must be willing to respect you in your new unique ways, right? But also, as a man, you must come with a guide, right? You must know yourself. Come with a guide of, hey, this is how I want to be treated. This is how I want to be respected. Or else, people in general are going to go ahead and disrespect you, whether they know it or not. So it goes both ways. I'm not just saying respect in general, because respect in general is very, very broad and means different things for different people. One person's, god damn, one person's view of respect could be another person's view of disrespect, is what I'm saying. And so at the end of the day, I just wanted to share that with people, with the men especially. Um, okay, Heather, exactly. You should put boundaries so you don't get disrespected. That is very true. And correction is needed for everybody, not just not just women alone, but for everybody in general, from the women to the men and from the men to the women. At the end of the day. All right, appreciate the new subscribe. So appreciate you subscribing, Head Slasher. Appreciate that. Much love. Um, but as far as that goes, I had a lot on my mind. I've been dealing with a lot of different relationships in my whole lifetime. I'm 31 years old. If you don't know, now you know. And I've dealt with various different women, and it's crazy. And I haven't been a saint my whole life. No, I know I've done some messed up and bad things, and I've been reflective and correct that. And when you're in your healing journey and you know yourself better, and you're dealing with different people in different relationships, it's always amazing how more things that you become more healed. It's like more that life or universe actually tests you to see if you're that person that you say you are, right? Um, so it's just like at the end of the day, it's an uphill battle, especially if you were a man, to go ahead and basically almost fight for your peace. Because at the end of the day, without any, there is no peace without any war. Whether that is an internal battle, external battle, you're going to be fighting for your respect, for your peace, you know? Whatever it is, it's a duality. There is no night without day. What is God without the devil? What's the devil without the God? You know? There always got to be that balance. There's always got to be that balance. And I just wanted to go ahead. I'm more ranting, but at the end of the day, man and women, make sure you have your values of respect, right? And also, let's stop the nitpicking on the women's side. Tonality. When people say they don't like your tone, I really feel like they're focused on the smallest things. They're not focused on the actual ingredients on what you're providing. Meaning that, for example, you have this bottle of water. This bottle of water. Anybody that knows, all water are not the same. Purified water is nothing like spring water, right? Ingredients matter. They could go and say it's 100% juice. It's this, that, and the third. But once you understand the ingredients and they say, oh, it's from concentrate, you know it's not good. You know it's not. It doesn't have the full nutritional value. The tone sounded nice when it said, oh, it's 100% juice, this, that, and the third. But you come to find out that the actual ingredients of when you find out it is concentrated, that doesn't garnish the whole nutritional value for you when you drink it. So it may taste good, but it's not fully good for you, right? You can dress it up however you want it. But at the end of the day, the words matter. Tone, when you hear tone, you're coming off with how somebody feels, necessarily, is what I mean. Like, if somebody feels disrespected, their tone's going to be a bit different. It's not going to be nice and lovey-dovey, right? If you know, if someone's coming off with you know, trying to share appreciation, the tone's going to be different. It's not going to come off as somebody feeling disrespected, so the tone's going to be a little bit more softer. So it's just like, at the end of the day, for the woman out there, please stop nitpicking tonality. And I'm not saying, hey, look, as for men, I'm not saying you should be a tyrant all the way through and through. I'm not saying you should be, you know, saying things in a very bossy manner. But when it comes down to it, you should understand what tone is appropriate, right? And they say, hey, women are more emotional than men. Men are more logical than women. At the end of the day, we're human beings. We all run on emotions. Now, women are a tad bit more in their emotions than men. That's just natural. But as far as how it comes down to communication, you're going to need emotion, right? When it comes down to understanding yourself, you're going to need emotion to even do things. You're going to need emotion to even move how you want to move, right? So at the end of the day, it's just like, you got to make sure that when you feel something and you go ahead and you go ahead and address it, it's addressed appropriately. And the person that's receiving that correction or being addressed, you need to go ahead and understand, like, all right, this may come off a little bit harsh, but understand what the person that's giving you this information is coming from. It's not about you. It's not just about you. It's about everything that encompasses this conversation. You're right, Head Slasher. Pride is a big part of the problem. There is way too much pride on both sides. And I do feel like women do have the edge on the pride, because we're in a society right now where if I even elevate my voice a little bit, she's gonna think I'm yelling or shouting or being a tyrant. But you know, men can be just as, I wouldn't say just, well, men can be just as emotional as women, but it should be okay for a man to go ahead and show their emotion within their speech. Now, I'm not saying you should be yelling. That's not what I'm saying, but I'm just saying, you know, hey, if I feel offended, my voice of feeling offended should not offend you because you caused the offense. That's the reason why I'm even speaking the way I'm speaking. But, you know, it is what it is. At the end of the day, I'm going to go ahead and end this because I got to get back to work. And make sure you have your boundaries and do not let it off for anybody. Don't let it off for anybody. You got to stay 10 toes down. Stay strong. Keep your foot on their neck. Or else any inch that you give, they go a mile. They like, that has not resonated more until I got even older. Because you think you're trying to encompass everybody, but no, fuck them. Fuck them. That's all I gotta say. But y'all have a good day, and you know, make sure you're grateful every single day. That's all I gotta say. Peace.